So I just went to GDC a couple weeks ago, and we were at this hotel bar after the conference, and everyone had quite a bit to drink, and Alex Rogopoulos comes up to me and just goes, "Casey!" and punches me right in the chest as hard as he can. And I grabbed him and I punched him right back. And like, this is the only place I know of where you can punch the CEO in the stomach and not get fired. And it's that like level of comfort and familiarity that like makes it so that if I have a concern about any part of like the game or how the office is run, like everyone's doors are always open. And like I said, this is the only place I've done like real design work, and these guys keep telling me how completely spoiled I am. So, you know, I don't know what it's like outside.
They beat you constantly. It's terrible. Yeah. I mean, I'm echoing the same thing that these guys have said before. I think the biggest thing that surprised me is it's a company of musicians essentially, but it's a company of really egoless musicians. So Chris and I started a band a couple of years ago called Spec, which has a couple of songs out, and we aren't really talented. I guess I feel like it's the proper word.
We really aren't talented, is what you mean.
It's amazing what you can do in Pro Tools. But it's one of those things where we recorded an album and we got like support from like these like people like Cassim from Freeze Pop or Izzy from Death of the Cool, and like all of these people who like have these insane histories of like touring around the world and like in these massive bands, and they were giving us like how to mix 101 advice and things like that. And it's just being in that environment where like no one's attaching an ego to anything, and they're just like totally willing to help out and like be family saying like sort of argue about like really sort of tiny things that totally benefit the game later on is really cool. So I think we should open up to the floor. So a couple of ground rules before we open up. There's 3 things we can't talk about. One of them is upcoming DLC. So yeah, we can't tell you what songs are coming up. We can't tell you when your favorite band is coming to Rock Band, things like that. Another thing we can't talk about, Rock Band 3. We can tell you it's awesome.
Spoilers, there are drums.
And crocheting.
I actually had to talk with John Drake, our PR guy, beforehand, and he told me that he would cut me in 12 discrete pieces if I leaked anything.
He said he was going to ask us what our favorite thing that we've leaked is.
But yeah, we can't say anything about it besides also it's going to be huge. Last thing, anything that's being hit by a lawsuit, anything that's lawyers are involved, obviously we can't talk about it and things like that. Those are lawyers, I know it's confusing. So yeah, we should open up to the floor and figure out how this thing works. Do we have
an enforcer has a mic.
Oh, an enforcer has a mic right there.
Guys, how great have the enforcers been all weekend?
So I guess line up with the enforcer and we'll enforcer is king. You decide who gets the mic. We believe in you. Also, one other thing I should mention is that, like those of you who came in early saw, we have a bunch of random supporting videos and things like that. So if you guys ask the right questions, we'll be able to show the right videos. So good questions are awesome.
Hi, good morning. I had a quick question about the Green Day Rock Band coming out.
Okay.
Oh, great. I know it was announced that the songs would be exportable, but I also know that on the Green Day game, there are going to be harmonies, and I don't think that's available on Rock Band 2, so I don't know if there's any way you can reconcile that.
So the way it works, the question's about Green Day and about how songs export and the fact that Green Day has harmonies and Rock Band 2 does not. So we're doing a couple things. We're importing the songs from the 6 Green Day songs that are out already into Green Day Rock Band, and we're adding harmonies to those. And the 47 songs in Green Day have harmonies. They'll import to Rock Band 2. And I think we've already said that Rock Band 3 has harmonies. It's like one of the few things we've actually said about it. Thank you, Mr. DeBoer.
No, we haven't announced anything. Thanks for leaving.
I totally Teasdale that. that. I'm sorry.
I'm really expecting John Drake to like crash through the ceiling like a sentinel and just pick us up. Yeah, this crowd gets that joke.
We lasted like a minute, a whole minute.
I wasn't originally on the panel, as you might have noticed. So I'm going to stop talking there. You might want to put the rest of that together. It's been nice working for Harmonic.
Morning, guys. I'm not rock band personally.
Can you speak up? Like,
Sorry.
Thanks.
I'm a drummer, so I play a lot of drums during rock band. One thing that I can't stand about the drumming right now is that in certain songs, you like to switch the yellow and the red throughout the song. Like, I can't think of the song like off the top of my head, but so but like, can you stop doing that?
So,
especially when I have the Ion drum set, and being a drummer, I like to play hi-hat. So going from drumming on snare on the hi-hat to back.
yeah. So, like, questions about how we're terrible people for flipping hi-hats. No, I'm being sarcastic. Like, the main reason we did that, because it was a very deliberate and painful last-minute call in RB1, actually. It's called Disco Flip internally, because we use it on Orange Crush and Avalon and things like that. The main reason we did it is because, like, with like the Mad Cat symbols or the Ion Kit or things like that, it's like a no-brainer. And like honestly, we should have probably patched in a Disco One flip for that stuff. But for like the 99% of people who don't have symbol add-ons, it's almost impossible to like reverse go to hi-hat to snare, because like on a real kit you have the elevation difference, and so it's easier to sort of roll down. But on the RB1 kit, we tried it. It's just like it's almost impossible to play those things without basically breaking your arms, because it's a flat plane. It's like this. It's just a lot harder. I mean, Chris, you can probably talk a little more drumming wise to it, since you are actually a drummer and I am not.
Am I really? Are you talking about the sorry, I was sending in my. It's been nice.
Well, that's Gamma Super Jobs, I hear, is things, yeah.
You're talking about the
Disney One Flip. And Disney
yeah,
Flip.
no, it's it's actually one of the things I remember fighting for among other people at Harmonix. The flipping was really important because our kit is not rigged the way a real kit is. So you have to, in order to play it with it was either play it the way you would and have your hands totally twisted, or basically untwist them during the song. So we made the choice to make it authentic in terms of how you play.
Yeah, so it's just basically for the standard kit. That's why you guys did that.
Yeah, and then the Ions and things came out with
I'm
hi-hats.
planning on maybe releasing for future kits with the symbol add-ons in them to make it,
I don't think we don't have any announcements about hardware right now. I'm a fast learner.
And just one more quick question. With the ease of the no fail mode turn off and on in the Beatles Rock Band, are you planning on maybe updating Rock Band 2 with something similar, instead of having to go all the way back out into the extras mode and turning the no fail mode on and off from there? Because I have a 4-year-old who likes to jump in and out every now and then.
We've done it in Green Day, and I think it paid off in Beatles, and it's something that we'd be dumb not to keep in mind for future titles. Or at least.
Yeah. By round of applause, how many of you play mostly with no fail on? I'm curious. Wow, really? Crazy.
Wait. Who has people? Oh, I'm louder now. Who has people in their family who plays primarily with no fail on?
We've had a pretty intense 9-month debate about no fail. It's been very bloody at times. This is all good information.
It's just so easy to turn it on
It's great
and
for
off
bars.
on Eagles Rock Band, but on Rock Band 2 it's not.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Hi. Do you have an example of like a really bad idea or a failed idea or some kind of design choice that you've tried over and over again but never seems to work?
I'm sure we do.
You want to run the panel?
I'm drawing a blank. Go.